Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a amazingly professional tarot card reading from my haunted house in a creepy graveyard, brought to you by Madame Pamita in the Parlor of Wonders. Check out her YouTube channel. She is something wonderful. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. That means that any tarot card reading that you purchase, it's buy one get one free. You can get the $5 reading, which is not really you asking tarot a question other than me asking for you, asking your most trusted and strongest spirit guides what you need to know about right now. If you would like to ask the tarot question, tarot card readings open at $6 per reading. You can ask up to 3 questions. For $6, you get 6+ minutes, 6+ cards. You can ask up to 3 questions, whichever comes first. You can do the 11/11 love reading, the $20 past, present, future, the $30 general. And every reading is buy one, get one free. Going to put a few things in chat and then we'll get started. See if there is a collective message from spirit message for us today. If we get 20 likes, I'll turn on the spirit box and do a free Q&A with the spirit box and Rempod. You can ask any question you like. If you have a loved one, past, present, future, a pet that maybe you would like to converse with, stick around for the Spirit Box Rempod session if you would like that to happen. 20 likes. If you'd also like me to open up free tarot, so you can ask any question you'd like, any free tarot Q&A, except for questions about sex, questions about pregnancy, questions about health. And I don't do legal financials, so. And please don't ask me when you're going to die. Hey Shasta, how are you? Thank you so much for the hearts, I appreciate it. Hey Laura, hi sweetheart. Hey Rabid Raccoon, I just love that name. That's such a cute name. Raccoons are so cute. How are you feeling now, Laura? Are you feeling better, sweetheart? I'm sending you a big hug of virtual love and trust. That you've got to get some rest and make sure you keep telling her that, you know, you love her, she's beautiful. Her body knows exactly how to heal her. She's going to be okay. And you'll see her turn around pretty quickly. It's how hot and very abusive, okay. Yes, I'm sending all my love to your baby Gigi and to you too, sweetheart. Do you need to see a puppy? Does anyone need to see a puppy tonight? I'm sure there's a Ruby or a Rooney or a baby Gypsy with a J. Wear a maid outfit. You want to buy it for me? Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat. I'll go buy it. I'll wear it for you and come back, like, subscribe. None of that cheap Spirit Halloween crap, though, okay? Thank you, Bitan, 1995. My dad did my hair. I hope you like my hair, y'all. I love it. I like it a lot. Can you just see what this person just said? Like, isn't that like ridiculous? Like, who want to see? I know you're just saying that to make me laugh, but look, we all start off an asshole, and I think we've all seen enough of assholes, so it's up to you to not be an asshole. So yeah, the number one rule here, really the only rule here, Josh, is be groovy or leave, man. So come back when your asshole's feeling better and you're feeling better and you're not being such an asshole. Pardon my French. Good, good. And she looked so good in the pictures you sent, despite you know, despite the situation, Laura. The third time, definitely hide that one. 3 strikes, you're out of the whole ball game. You can't hang out with the cool kids club anymore. Okay, so 20 subscribers. If we get 20 subscriptions tonight, I will definitely open up the tarot for free Q&A. Trolls, aren't they cute? Oh, they're adorable. I want to pinch their cheeks. And not their butt cheeks either. So she looks pretty good. You know, I can tell she's got the fight in her, and I bet you if she can just get better and she's got to be more stable than she was when you first brought her in. To see her moving around is a good thing too. Hey Lone Wolf, welcome back. Welcome back to the haunted house. So I'm just going to put a few things in chat and then... What are you doing? What did you change your name from Tommy then? Like, there was somebody else with a name like that. And his dad passed away and we were channeling his father for him on the Spiritbox. Yeah, Laura, I want you to get some rest, sweetheart. Are you there with her now, or will you go back and see her soon? Is she with you? These are all questions I have. Your friends told you to take your name out? Okay. That's alright. I mean, if that's something that makes you happy, you know, it can't be that bad. I think I've only changed my username on YouTube 3 times. So the username that it is now is the 3rd time I changed it. Can you hear the rain? It's raining outside. My mom used to say that rain is a sign of love and renewal and really good positive sign of like new beginnings. And you know, rain wasn't on the radar tonight at all. So I'm wondering if this was just some random storm that popped up. I love that when that happens too. It's super cool. You know, YouTube's haunted. You know how it gets. Especially on this channel. It's so haunted. So weird. Thanks so much. You know, it's really difficult to find, like, I know this is going to sound crazy and you're not going to care because you're a boy, but it's really difficult to find hair color that is red that doesn't look like shit brown. Okay, pardon my French. But let me just tell you, okay, as somebody who's like an artist who paints hair, like as hair therapy, like it's not therapy, well it is therapy, it's like painting a picture, right? But I'm painting it on my hair. I can't begin to tell you how many reds I went through before I found the right red. Okay? I can't imagine how any woman decides what color red she wants to be. I mean, at least when you go out there and you're going to get pink, you know you got like a handful of pinks. You got light baby pastel pink. You know, maybe you've got strawberry shortcake pink. Yes, there's a difference. Maybe you just have regular, hot pink. Maybe you've got flamingo pink or fuchsia pink or neon pink, but it really doesn't go past that. Whereas with the red, it's like you've got red wine and burgundy wine and clown red and blood red, and then you get these browns mixed in with red, and it's like, you know what? I've seen too much blood in my lifetime to be like going through all these red colors to figure out what color am I going to paint my hair now. I mean, I hate when it comes to the red in that whole, like, it's like blue, you got a handful of blues. Yellow, a couple of them. Greens, a couple of them. Red? I mean, there must be hundreds of shades that you could mix, combine, and I don't know if that's because it's a primary color. Is red a primary? Red's a primary color, right? I mean, red is just so. I could not believe how many reds you could find and mix and create. Sorry, I've been awake since the butt crack of dawn, so, I mean, I don't even know my name anymore. And red, yellow, blue, they're primary colors. But I just cannot believe how many reds there are. And then if you start looking at hair that's already been done red, it's so bad. Thank you, Laura. Thanks for texting me tonight and letting me know how you were doing. I've been thinking a lot about you, and now I know why. Keep us updated about the cat. Let us know if there's anything we can do for you. So my dad's going to have surgery again. But you know what's really awesome is let's see, so he's been cancer-free for 3 years, right? And even though we've had to spend Christmas at the hospital the last 3 years, we won't have to spend Christmas at the hospital at all this year. It's wonderful. It's really cool. So that's going to be fun. They haven't fixed my electricity yet, so I haven't put a Christmas tree up yet, but I can be the Christmas tree, right? Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I don't know. I might get around to putting the tree up. Molly was supposed to come and visit, and I figured it might be like next weekend. So if she does show up, maybe we'll do the tree next weekend, and we'll like do a live and we'll decorate my Christmas tree. I just don't know which Christmas tree I want to do. I don't know if I want to do like the 6.5 5 tree with the white freaking snow on it that gets everywhere, and my hair makes me sneeze, and like I have all these like really beautiful like nautical kind of metaphysical Christmas decorations. But then I have another Christmas tree that I really, really like, which is more like a pencil tree. It's thinner, it's black, it's 6 feet tall, and it's also pre-lit. They're both electric, but I don't have anywhere to plug it in unless I want to have like extension cords running through the house from one side to another, which is already happening. It's ridiculous. God help me. But The black one is just, I don't know. I love the black one because I've got like my crystal spiders on it, and like sunflowers and roses and skulls and stars, and I don't know. I can't decide which one I want to put up. And then I saw those trees that are like spirals. Have you all seen those like spiral Christmas trees? They are super cool. I wish I could find one of those. And I wish they were battery operated, but I can only find them at like 4 feet tall, battery operated. Finally, after asking, for weeks if they would please fix it, I told them, look, I paid you $3,000 in the last 4.5 weeks for the apartment. Please come and fix it. It's a $100 job. Like, I'm ready to do it myself. Jesus Christ on a crutch. Here I am. I know, right? Like, and I'm really not one of those people that likes to like get government or law involved. Okay? I would rather like work something out. And I've always been like that kind of tenant. So I haven't called code or housing authority, or I just would really like to just see them fix it, because what is the point of going through all that drama, like even trying to call the city about it? It's not going to do me any good. It won't get fixed. Then it really won't get fixed. I'll have to probably, give an arm, a leg, and my firstborn away if I do that. So, but I've been, keeping like up with the conversation about getting it taken care of. But I finally had to literally say, look, guys, like, we're going on week 6 now. It's almost Christmas. I've been asking you guys for like 5 weeks now. I'm giving you almost $3,000 in rent in the last month. Please, can you fix it? I didn't say the F word. Pardon my French. I don't really talk like that. But then they finally told me, like, we're discussing what to do next with several different electricians. That's what they told me. Like, just get someone over here with a screwdriver and put a new outlet in the wall. Like, and the electrician that came here, the first one that came here, Tommy, was like, hey, Texas, how are you, sweetheart? Hey, Meryl, welcome back to the haunted house. So as I was saying, Tommy, like, I don't know. They brought an electrician out here, and each bedroom, living room, kitchen, dining room, they used to all be on their own fuse. But for some reason, the electrician took the living room, both bedrooms, and half of the hallway, and put it on one 15-volt fuse that used to be a 20-volt fuse. I don't know why. So now, 3 times a day, the fuse blows. We're using a TV, a computer, and a lamp. And it blows 3 times a day. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, what? Why? Like, why would a master electrician do that? I know that the electrician told him, dude, you got to spend like $40,000 or $50,000 to redo the electric in this house. And he was trying to explain that he was just doing what he thought was the safest thing to do. But at the end of the day, at the end, well, it's not my money. I mean, I've literally given, I've given the landlord almost $200,000 living here in the last 10 years. He's given me this. I need a new stovetop, dishwasher, oven. Okay, there's a hole in my living room. Like, there's a hole in my ceiling that's been there since I had the lease, the first year, and was there the first month we moved in. It's still a hole in the ceiling, and people keep moving in, and they keep overflowing their washing machine upstairs. So what happens? It comes downstairs and ruins my life, and And I just don't understand why it just takes forever to get anything fixed. So I eventually just stopped asking. And then every time I ask, it's like I either get ignored or they forget, or it's just like, oh God, I don't know how much more I can take. I just don't know. And then he came over here like 6 weeks ago and was trying to force himself on me to come outside with him and go somewhere, and trying to barge into my house. I mean, literally, like just trying to pull the door. I'm like, literally holding on to the door so the man doesn't pull it open and push me over, or whatever he was going to do. I just don't know how to feel about it, you know? I mean, I'm probably the nicest and bestest tenant he has, and he just treats everyone else like they're gold, and treats me like I'm, you know, his doormat. It really sucks. It is scary. It's very scary. And I'll just never forget, like, hearing him say, I know you're in there alone. And he's just lucky he didn't get shot that day. Okay, because when I came around the corner and saw some strange man in shorts and a tank top trying to barge in to my screen door, I had just gone around the corner for a second and back, like, thank goodness I have a little lock. I have a couple of different locks that were on the door, so he couldn't just get in, but still. I was like pushing his face into the screen and everything. It's so weird. Oh, I have guy friends. Yeah. I have guy friends, and, you know, but he doesn't need to know that. You know, I also, you know, I also was to the point where it was like, well, you know, if he overpowers me, he is going to get hurt. If he comes through the door, he was definitely going to get hurt. Well, he had his shorts. I had the Negan baseball bat that I keep next to the door, which is just like Negan's baseball bat from The Walking Dead. And I will use it. And I've had to use it before, and I will do it again. Granted, the person was lucky I didn't hit them. But I tell you, like, I have been to the, I'm just at the point in my life where it's like, the next song I'm going to come out with is going to help you guys understand where I've been, where I've come from, and why I am and the way I am today. And it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I could, like, actually sit down, admit this stuff to myself, okay, deal with it, write it out in a song, and try to find the courage to actually let people listen to this mess. Because it's painful, you know? And I'm really not like one of those people that's, like, you know how you see a lot of people online and every bad thing they've ever been through or experienced or going through, like, it becomes a part, it's like their thing, like, that's all they, like, I just can't do that. Like, I can't talk about my pain and suffering, because so much of the world has it worse, you know? It could be worse. So that's like how I look at it from my landlord, from like the point of view with the landlord and the place and the situation, everything going on. It could be worse. I could be living back at the luxury dump, okay, where they didn't give a fuck about the roaches, pardon my French. They didn't give a shit about the maintenance man coming into my apartment anytime he wanted, eating my cookies, getting into my panty drawer. Okay, they didn't care about that. Okay, all they cared about was my mother moving out because she was terminally ill and she was a fire hazard. Like, you will not believe some of the most that people say to me. The fire chief of the city actually called and said, yeah, you guys are going to have to move because if there was a fire, we would just have to let your mom die. It would totally be like a Gilbert Grape scene. I'm like, And then I moved into the haunted house. Because what was I to do? I couldn't take her back to the dump. So I just moved her into the haunted dump. And she loved it. She was so happy. Such a happy girl. You can't make this shit up. Oh God, there's so much shit. There's so much shit. I mean, if I wrote a memoir, you guys would just be laughing all day. You can't make this shit up. Oh, Negan, yeah. But you know what? There were some things that Negan said that I was like, okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, look, there's nothing but zombies that want to eat all of them. Some of that stuff he said made some sense, okay? But I think that many of the people that he was around really let it get out of hand when it didn't really have to get as out of hand as it did. But, you know, they write it to be intense like that. They write it to be crazy and over the top. But I think there were some things that were, you know, that kind of made sense about Negan. Yeah. Don't get me mad. I got a little Negan in me. I'm kidding. Actually, Lucille's just sitting right there. And no, I won't show her on camera because I don't know if that's against terms of service on YouTube. Hey, Ari, how have you been? Hey, Mystic Mountain Morphs. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Chammy. How are you tonight? And you know what's so funny is that's also my guitar's name. Yeah, I named my guitar after Lucille Ball. Because I love Lucy. I love Lucy and she loves me. We're as happy as two can be. You're a bit hurt that Sam got cold feet? Oh no. Why is that? Got cold feet, huh? Well, get that man some socks. I'm kidding. Don't get him anything. Well, that's strange. But you know what? People do that all the time. It's probably nothing. Is this the same one we were talking about yesterday? The one that... What kind of name is Colin? I just couldn't be serious about a guy named Colin. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Colin, please pass the Grey Poupon. I'm so sorry. Don't worry about Colin. You can do better than a Colin. Colin probably still sucking on his mommy's titty anyways. What kind of fucking name is Colin? What are these women thinking when they have children? Hey baby, what's your name? Colin? Like, what? Colin? No. God help us all. You need to go change his name. You don't want to be Mrs. Colin whatever. No wonder he was an ass. He's almost named after one. I'm sorry, but pretty much in Greek is kolo, Colin. So yeah. Like why? You know the old man, the dad in my big fat Greek wedding. Well, that is pretty much my dad, okay? And I pretty much am Tula. It's just no cool boyfriend or happy ending. But I'm telling you, like, the way the man talks about Greek and English and how certain words that are English derive from certain Greek words that mean certain things that don't mean what they mean in English, and how confusing it was to him. Like, yeah, like my dad's been going through that his whole life. English. But you know, they make you learn, in Europe, they make you learn multiple languages. Here in America, they do, but you don't really have to, like, absorb it. Not everybody speaks perfect Spanish. Not everybody speaks perfect French, even though they have the opportunity to, like, learn it in school already. But in Greece and Cyprus, yeah, you have to learn Greek. They used to require you to really learn the ancient Greek, which they don't do so much anymore, which is why the dialect is getting lost amongst us younger Greeks. But they make you learn, write, and speak perfect English over there, and it's a requirement. And then when you turn 18, everyone has to go to the military, whether you're male or female. Isn't that strange? Like, it's required. Oh, yeah. The name Khalid. Yeah, he's always, like, going, like, they're always making plans, him, Metal and her, and he'll drive out there, and then she's, like, snoring on the couch or forgot or something. And he's out there just like, is she alive in there? Where is she? She's in outer space, you know? You have a best friend who's Greek? Right on. I think it's hilarious how Ancestry DNA keeps changing their mind about what I am and who I am. Well, not about who I am, but what I am. I don't know if you guys... Ow, that was my ankle. I don't know if anybody's ever done the Ancestry DNA thing, but I just noticed, like, how much it has changed in the last 10 years. Like, they're telling me about my genetics. They're telling me different things about my DNA that weren't there 10 years ago. Some things that were there about my DNA are not there 10 years later. Like, what happened to that DNA you guys can't trace? That was more important than that 1% DNA you could trace. You know, like, I don't know if Ancestry is a scam or not, but there's been a couple of people that, like, I know I'm not related to them. Like, why are they even on that list? Is that an accident? And I wonder if there are there has to be glitches and accidents in the Ancestry thing. I mean, I think a lot of people sign up and don't get the DNA testing, and they just add who they think they might be related to, and that can really, really confuse the process. You were supposed to drop her off at the dentist and pick her up, yeah. You wouldn't do it in case you go to jail. What do you... Why? A lot of people are like, aren't you afraid they're going to, like, take your DNA and do something with it? No. Make 1 million of me, please, because the world would be a better place. Everyone tries to downplay your love life, but I've literally not had any romance, or at least one guy that has liked me back that I liked too. Well, join the club. Join the Lovers and Drifters Club, Ari. Look, let me tell you what, Ari. You focus back on you, revert all that attention back to you. Get into the idea of what it might be like to be happy and single, instead of lonely and miserable, being single, saying that shit to yourself all the time. Because I promise, if you were to just turn it around a little bit and say something like, man, I know everybody used to downplay my love life, but now it's like, literally feels like I can have any love story I want. And that at least one guy out there, you know, is going to like me back the way I like them too. And that feels so good. Like, why can't you just tell yourself that and stuff? Please. Please. I know you want romance. Everybody wants romance, you know. Being single is not boring, okay? And you don't have to go and have sex with guys. just because you're single and you're lonely. Like, that's not going to make you unlonely. Sex isn't going to go, like, you going and giving your V card to just anybody or just starting to have sex because you want to is fine. I don't care. You know, find your sexual liberation. Just don't do it with 11s because that's boring. All right? But what I'm trying to tell you is finding happiness and joy in being single is going to make that relationship, when you find it, when you get into it, when it's on like Donkey Kong, it's going to be so much better. All right? I promise. There isn't a man, a woman, a relationship, okay, that you should be getting in to make yourself happier, whole, complete, okay? If you're not already feeling those things about, yes, they can help, okay? But at the same time, it's like, you know, do you want to be in a relationship with somebody because you trauma bonded, or because you actually bonded with, like, you know, vasopressin and, you know, your natural hormones, and other than the ones that are like super icky, depressing, and low vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I think that you're going to find somebody. I think you're going to find somebody you like, but I don't think that you're going to find somebody you like looking in all the same places that you found them, the last ones. It's so difficult now. It's always been difficult, but it doesn't have to be that difficult. It's only difficult because you tell yourself that. It's only love in the way of things. It's only you getting in the way of yourself. You see, people make it more difficult. It doesn't have to be that difficult. You're tired of being horny and... I'm sorry, I'm a Scorpio. I just think that's so cute. So here's the thing. I think that what happens is that we get bored, and naturally, you know, we're curious as humans, okay? So what happens is we try to seek out what it is that, you know, maybe we'll cure that boredom, you know, and then we'll get addicted to something that feels right or feels good. It could be a relationship, it could be a book, it could be music, it could be a video game, it could be your career, it could be, I don't know, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol. And you're doing it because it makes you feel better, right? But what if you could just make yourself feel better? What if everything did just work out fine, you know? Why is my life partner so hard to find? Like, stop hiding, please, because you keep telling yourself that. Once you get into the enlightenment of relax, laid back, nice, easy, trusting that it's just your destiny to have that. You'll see it show up, and you'll be like, wow, Stormy was right. I just drew up all my cards, and I'm not going to pick them up. That's just Spirit saying, don't use those ones today. I was going to do a collective message, but we started talking about this. Well, Ari, you know, I've been ugly my whole life. Okay, a late bloomer. Nobody's ever been in love with me. And I could go out in the backyard and eat worms, but I decided to change the story. Okay? And I started doing things that made me feel better about myself, because I was, you know, an ugly duckling, and I did feel insecure about myself, because I was just like, you know, this athletic looking boy thing as a kid until I was like, you know, 16, maybe 15, 16. And so I had to kind of turn things around where it was like, you know, plus I you know, my siblings are a lot older than me. They were not in the house while I was growing up. So I had to find a lot of extracurricular activity to keep my interests. And it's the same way as an adult. Like, I have to feed the machine up here, or I will just, I don't know. I can't even think of a moment of boredom and how I would last. Am I really trying to what? Oh yeah, total tomboy. Still a tomboy. Okay, like, Stormy, are you really trying to meet a guy? I meet guys all the time. I've been got friends with so many guys for so many years because I'm a musician, and been like in bands with them, and I'm just one of the guys. Really. And I think that's maybe why Ari and I have a different perspective on women and men. You know, maybe women have been more friends with Ari than I have been friends with women. I'm not really a woman's woman. I'm not really a girl's girl. Am I a man's woman? No, I'm really just, you know, I'm kind of just a loner. And I'm like a lone wolf. There you go. but, oh, Stormy, you haven't mentioned today where you're moving to. I think today I'm going to move to Versailles, France. Yeah. Today it's Versailles. I'll take Marie Antoinette's room, please. Hey, Pammy, how are you, sweetheart? Happy Saturday. So am I really trying to meet a guy? No. I'm trying to meet everybody I can in this world for as long as I'm here, and, you know, just be happy. I think I've told you guys before. I chose someone years ago that I wanted to be with. I wanted to marry them and have children. So when that didn't, you know, I told them if it wasn't going to happen with them, I didn't really want it to happen with anybody else. So, you know, and that was okay. You know, I mean, that's fine. And then, you know, many years went by. And, you know, I had my music, my friends, my family, my animals, my pets. I kept myself busy. My acting, my dancing, my life. I wanted to enjoy my life and the experiences that were coming in abundantly. And not just always be like having my relationship horns on, you know? It just kind of came to the point where it was like, yeah, I think I was probably talking about this. So I once had someone in mind, right? And then that didn't work out, okay? And then you know, and then over the many years of having that situation as a teenager coming into an adult, you know, I still felt the same way. So I was like, why do I still feel the same way about this person, you know? And I was also telling the story about how, like, I don't want to be with an ex. Like, sorry. You know, you cheated on me. Why? I forgive you. Why would I want to be with someone who did that to me again? Like, why would I? And then, you know, I did fall in love again. I didn't think that I would. Like, because, you know, you might, maybe lightning strikes twice, maybe 3 times in your lifetime if you're lucky. But it just kind of turned into the same thing. Like, it was somebody I wanted to marry, okay? And it was somebody that loved me too. It wasn't like unrequited love or anything like that. But I just feel like now it's just like, well, if I can't marry him and have children with him, I just don't want to, you know, like, what, you know, I'm not like Adele and want to go find someone like you. Oh, God. There's nobody like that person. Why would I even try to replace them? You know what I mean? And at this point, I'm not even sure I'm capable of falling in love again. Can I love people? Yes. How would I be capable of just falling in love with anybody again when I'm still in love with somebody else? And even though they got married to somebody else, the love stayed. So what am I supposed to do about that, Tommy? I can't just turn my love buttons off. I can't just stop what I feel deeply. So, and it hurts. Every day I cry about it. But, you know, I'm not going to jump off the roof or anything because of it, just because I feel like that. You know what I mean? It's just, so, I know it's very easy for many people to go from boyfriend to girlfriend to boyfriend to girlfriend, or make sure they're in a solid relationship with someone before they. I see that all the time, and that's just not for me. I'm also not one of those people that's like picking her nose, going, the right guy's gonna come along someday. No, the right guy already came along, and if I can't be with him, fuck it. But I ain't gonna fuck you guys. So you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I'm not looking for that. Love already found me. Look, y'all are here. You love me. I love you guys too. And that, I'm fine with that. Because there is so much more than just sex, Ari, that's intimate between people. You don't have to be in a relationship that's a serious relationship to have intimacy with somebody. As a friend, or even as a boyfriend, a girlfriend, partner, family. You can have this kind of connection deeply with people, Ari, and not have to have sex with them, and not have to be intimate physically with them, and not be their girlfriend or their boyfriend or their husband or their wife. You can just be friends. You don't have to, and you don't have to give your virginity away to just anyone. I wouldn't. You know, and I just think that, like, you can do so much better than Colin. Yeah, see, just like what Pam said, I'm still young, you know? I mean, I'm just to the point where it's like, and after my mom got killed, I think that's when it started, where I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to be capable of ever falling in love truly, madly, deeply with anybody, because I'm just not sure. Just not sure I can do it. Like, it was just so weird. Like, I don't know what made me decide that at that time, but I guess maybe that's what felt right. You know, maybe that's just what felt right, because I was already in love with somebody. But, you know, I had many opportunities, and felt that maybe there was someone that had come into my life, or I talked to, or hung out with, I maybe felt that fleeting thing with for a minute or whatever, and then I was like, no. Yeah, I mean, my mom was terminally ill when she passed away, but she didn't die because of cancer. Okay, cancer did not kill my mom. Somebody stole a prescription from my mom, and because they stole that prescription from my mom, she died. So, you know, at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Now, the legal system knows, and the person who did this to me lost her daughter and went to jail for a very long time, and, you know, lost her integrity and her respect in the community in regards to the people, you know, we mutually knew. And it took a long time for me to find any justice in that situation, because you can't just turn around and accuse somebody of something unless you really know for sure. Like, you saw it, you experienced it. And even if you are the only one that experienced it, nobody else experienced it, seeing it or whatever. Well, they may have experienced residual, but maybe they weren't right there to witness something that maybe you witnessed or experienced. You see what I'm saying? So even though I had this feeling that, you know, this person who was supposed to be my friend had maybe done this, it took a long time for me to find the evidence. And even when I found the evidence, and, you know, I still sometimes had to, like, ask my other friends who were close to me and my mom and that person, like, did she really do that? Did this really happen? And they're like, yeah, it did. You can't make any excuses for what she did. What she did was horrible. And it's like, it's not that I was in denial. It was like I was in disbelief, because some of the first stages of grief are like, denial, you know, and then bargaining, and you don't really come to acceptance. And you can go from denial, anger, bargaining, shame, guilt, and you can go through all these different things before you can even come to acceptance, which is like the 7th step of grief. But you could go back to all those other, you know, just by being triggered by one asshole too. Oh yeah, you're right, Jesus, you're right. And I think that what happens is I think that Ari wants to find romance. Oh yeah, I'm so moving back to California. I'm I'm not going to. I am no longer present in supporting the Southeast where I was born and raised in their ridiculous politics, trying to continue the vote to break a cycle that has barely scratched the surface of breaking only just recently, okay? I can't do it anymore. I can't sit here and continue to put my vote and myself in jeopardy anymore, living in a backwards part of the country, even though we're very forward thinking here in Atlanta. Please don't get me wrong, okay? There are underlining things that I am just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And probably one of the biggest states right now that needs people who are progressive with their, who vote, who are progressive. All right, they're on the right side of history. They know what the fuck is up and where this country needs to be and who we are and where we want to be and where we want our families and our kids and our children and our generation after us to be. Okay, is Tennessee. Tennessee has literally been taken hostage. Probably by an illegal stockpile of guns by the Republicans. And I'm sorry, I apologize, and I'm fucking fantastic, but this state needs help. They need all the progressive people they can to move there and vote. Okay? And it's so sad to see what's happening to Music City, how gentrified it has become. How all the fucking trash from California moves to Tennessee and turned it into Los Angeles, California, okay? And it's sad. It disgusts me, and I'm just so heartbroken by it. Oh my God. I'm not saying that anyone from California is trashy, because there's just as many trashy Southerners from Tennessee as there are people from California. Trash comes from anywhere and everywhere. It doesn't discriminate. But what I'm saying is these people who came here and gentrified the South and took away certain key aspects of certain cities there in Tennessee that have always been and should still be and are not. It's kind of like coming into Atlanta and going down to Sweet Auburn and completely tearing down Martin Luther King's house. It's like Tennessee has deleted a lot of their history that is really, really, really important. And I feel like if we just erase history, we're all going to be here someday in our next lives or in our next phase of our lives going, I think this has all happened before. Okay? And if we don't, if we don't do something here in the South about it, people don't, come up from, and I just don't think it's going to ever break or level out or work. Or, my drummer and I have sat here in the South over the last 10, 15 years doing the vote for, what we pledged allegiance to the flag for for many, many years in school, which is liberty and justice for all. And I don't think that the South will rise again in any kind of way other than to play the old Jim Crow show. And I'm just not up for it. I'm not up for being a part of it, supporting it, being in it, living in it. Can you believe right now what's happening in Texas? Do you guys know, do you Texans know what the fuck is happening in your state to women? Do you know what your politicians are doing to women? And it's not just Texas now, okay? So let me just give you a little example, okay? I know this is a tarot show, but we're gonna go there just for a minute, just so y'all Texans know, okay? So now, legally, a man, pretty much they made it legal for men to rape women and get them pregnant and. Just listen to this, okay? So, Jane Doe gets raped by Jim Doe, okay? She gets pregnant, right? Okay, she goes to get help in regards to the situation, right? So, they give her, pills to solve her problem, right? Then said dude who pretty much, yeah. Now his family and him are suing her doctor and her, the victim. Can you believe this shit? Can you fucking believe this? And I just don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of the South anymore. I really am not 100. I'm really not sure. I mean, I just don't know if I can do it anymore here in the South. It means that every time I have stood up as an adult from the time I was 18 years old and voted was for shit. Pardon my French again. I know, this might as well just call this ASMR Stormy Cussing Night, because the thing about the South is, like, we know how important it is to go out there and vote for what we believe in, right? Everyone has that choice, right? But I just don't think with the way things are looking here that it's going to change. It started to change. It started to become progressive, and it started to become a place where any and every walk of life could come to Atlanta, and it was just like, okay, cool. This is cool. This is really cool. Atlanta's like the Los Angeles of the South, right? Now, I mean, you can't find what you could find 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You can't even, like, you can't even really find a nice place to hang out too late at night either. Like, it's really weird. I mean, you know, there are songs about Atlanta that are written about how we would party till 4 in the morning and then keep it going in the clubs until 8. I mean, this city was so vibrant with, I mean, Outkast, all their music, yeah, that their music really represents how vibrant and incredibly brilliant and amazing this city was becoming. And then I don't know what happened. Like, I don't, it's as if it's like as if we've gone back in time. It's really uncomfortable. That's Yep, you're right. Oh, Texas? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll visit Texas. I'll do music in Texas. I don't live in Texas. So the thing about you know, the rent out in California is, it's just absolutely insane. And that's kind of like why the rent here in the South is insane now, because all the hardcore and wealthy Republicans moved to the South. They bought up Tennessee, they bought a lot of Georgia, and they're card toting twats that, you know, pretty much bought up all the properties and gentrified it. Now, this is a huge problem in Nashville. Rent that's sky high like Los Angeles, but they don't have the job market to support that kind of real estate. They don't have the job market in Nashville to support that kind of, like, do you know what minimum wage is in Atlanta and in Tennessee? They don't have to pay you $7 an hour. Minimum wage starts at like $5.15. Yes. But it's typical for them to start you off at $7, and if they're nice, they'll start you off at $7.25 an hour. Yeah, I know, right? And they expect you to pay this $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 of rent, and oh, you must make 2-3 times that amount of money monthly. I mean, who do these people think We are us renters. Like, what? Well, I guess I better start saving for that RV to live on on the beach in Malibu, huh? Who's coming with me? Oh, I just cannot believe $2,200 a month for a 2-bedroom. What? God, like, I don't know how you do it, babe. I don't know how you do it. I found so many cute houses in California. So many cute places to live. So many cute Airbnbs too. Oh my goodness. Texas, you better not get pregnant. They're doing all kinds of crazy laws over there with pregnancy now. Texas. Texas, do you think you'll always live in Texas? And have you always lived in Texas? You'd rather live in a place that's too hot than too cold? I'll be real honest. I'd rather live in Boston than Florida, okay? I'd rather freeze my tits off than sweat them off. I'll be real fucking honest. I hate the cold too. But I would rather, like, do Boston cold compared to Florida hot. Yeah. Boston strong. Yeah, alright, you can park your car in the Harvard Yard over there. With the heater. I know, right? But I'm telling you, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love warm weather. But if it's gonna be warm, can we just have the 70s? Can it just be like 77 degrees all day? Yeah. Hey, Frank and Dad.
Hello.
How are you?
I just wake up. I'm going back to sleep.
Okay.
It's 3 o'clock, okay?
Oh, it's the perfect time to put the Spiritbox on then. It's 3 o'clock. Right after I have a snack.
You have the door open?
You have the door open a little bit because it was raining.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Where's the bomb?
I don't know, but I love this cheese. I went and got some more of that, what is it called? It's called Celebrity Lavender Honey Goat Cheese. It's really good. I was looking for chocolate crackers to go with it, but all I could find was like chocolate graham crackers, and I hate graham crackers. Ugh. I know, right? Like, I love cheesecake, but I hate graham crackers. It's the only time I will tolerate graham anything. What kind of cheese is it? It's called, here, I'll show it to you. So it's called Celebrity. Celebrity, I don't know what this word is. Sorry, it's backwards, but it's lavender honey. I'll post a picture of it on my Instagram when I get a chance. I don't have my phone with me because it's in the other room getting charged, but I love lavender. I'm pretty lucky to be able to, like, use it. Yeah, lavender, honey, goat cheese. I know, I'm weird. Ari, it costs $4. You went to Hawaii in January and you didn't take me. Dude, if you go to Hawaii again, you better do a live. You went to Hawaii and didn't take us. You did not do a live and you went to Hawaii. What? That's interesting, Metal Rain. Yeah, California is different. Like, you in New England and you're by the beach and it's a hot day, it's gonna be even hotter. But I noticed that even though it was a pretty hot day when I was in LA the last time, the ocean was so cold and it was so cool. Like the breeze. It's like the winds come off of some place at some time of the day and I don't know, it's a pretty amazing place. Ari, Boston beaches are gorgeous. What are you talking about? They're just as beautiful as the beaches in Florida. It's just they have no palm trees. And it is a little bit weird to like see snow on a beach. I will be real honest. Yep, Pacific is a. Hi, did you just wake up? Come here, precious. Did you just wake up? Come here. Come here, I got you. Salty. What ocean is not salty, though? I mean, are you out there drinking salt water, John, and testing it? So is the Pacific less salty than the Atlantic? I'll tell you what beach is not friendly, man. I do not like them beaches on the Carolina coasts. Like, I damn near cut my feet off. Oh, it's worse. But it's worse on the east coast of Florida. It's worse. It's like walking on glass. That's how it felt. If there's one place you know anywhere up the east coast in the south that isn't like walking on broken glass, let me know. Wouldn't that be crazy if the ocean was sugar water instead of salt water? Wouldn't it be funny if someday they realize that some lake on some other planet is sugar water instead of salt water? That'd be kind of cool. Look at what you've done. You've gotten your Cardi B nail stuck in my lace. You love Fort Lauderdale? Yeah, my best friend Melanie used to go there every year. Oh, sweet pea, you're stuck on my shirt. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. I bet the only reason that you woke up is you smelled the cheese. And I bet you want a cracker, right? Guilty. Well, I will tell you this one beach that we camped out at in Maine was gorgeous. And the beach, the sand was white and smooth. I think I've told the story before. Pink boulders, rocks, big pink boulders on the ocean shore, the size of houses, Ari. So can you like imagine a smooth white beach on the edge of the ocean, of the Atlantic? And pink granite boulders as well. Like, not just one. I mean, we're talking like a whole shore full of pink boulders the size of houses. I do not know how they got there. I don't know where they're from. It's almost as if like aliens placed them. It was kind of the weirdest beach I'd ever been to. I mean, yeah, you go to California and you see like the ocean and the mountains. But this was like ocean, mountains, and like huge pink boulders. Weight update. Oh yeah, let me get the spirit box. I'll get that going in 1 minute. You have to go to Orlando in March. What, now you're going to Disney without us too? What are you going to Orlando for? I love you. You're not getting any cheese though. No. And you're not getting a cracker either. Sorry. You're like, yeah I am. Yeah I am. I'm getting one. I'm getting. She knows how to nod her head. Yes, isn't that cute? Sales meeting for work. All right. You have fun. Don't want to go. I know, right? I wouldn't want to go either. Ugh. Florida. You couldn't pay us to move there. I love you. I love you. I don't think I'll ever move back. I mean, they even legalized marijuana, and I didn't move back. It really didn't matter to me, you know. And I'm a huge medical marijuana advocate, so the medical marijuana here in Georgia is ridiculous. So they don't have dispensaries, they don't have farmers, they don't have, they don't. You can only go to this one place and get some cheap ass oil. Might as well go to the gas station and get some crap off the shelf, you know. Before the live, you weighed 161.4. I just weighed myself right now, and I'm 160.2. Are you doing anything differently? How much weight have you lost this week? No, you can't have... No. Here, okay, take the cracker and go away. Yeah, thank you. Bribe the dog to go away. My God. Oh no, here comes Ruby. She's like, you gave her a cracker, he didn't give you one, bitch. You're on a diet. Maybe it's your hormones. I'm gonna go get the spirit box. No, you can't have any more cookies. Where did I get the goat cheese at? Publix. Publix is a place in the South here where shopping is a pleasure. Okay? Everybody should have a Publix. But they unfortunately do not. So I feel really sorry for everybody who doesn't have a Publix, and I will miss Publix very, 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 very much when I move away from the South. But hopefully I'll find another Publix. Publix is the kind of place where you can go and get food, buy one get one free. They have a wonderful bakery. Oh my God, their bakery and deli is so amazing. Their produce is amazing. Everybody's really nice that works there. I don't know if they just heavily vet people or what, but even, like, and you know what else is really cool about Publix that I really like is they give away. They have this contest every month where you can win $1,000 for free, like a gift card. They put out like 20 of them a month and give like 5 of them away, Pam. And also, if you buy something and you're charged the wrong price at the cash register, they'll just give it to you for free. Is that not amazing? Like, yeah, I love it when that happens. So I really like Publix. It's a great place to shop. If you ever are here in the South, make sure you go to Publix and get yourself a fresh loaf of Italian bread. Because let me tell you what, it's really good. And they bake it fresh every day. Or even like their French baguettes, or, gosh, their sourdough bread is so good. Yep, I'm doing readings all night. Yep, let's make it happen. Fernando, oh my God, that's it. Tomorrow, I am gonna, yeah, I know Publix is in Florida. Beautiful baby. It's a my baby do. Come on, Bubby. Did you come to visit me? That's because you want my cheese, right? Piggy pup. My little piggy pup. She's like, yeah, just give me some cheese, Mama. Where's that cheese? Are you hungry? I know you guys are hungry. They are hungry. They need to eat some more food before they go to bed. Am I going live the whole way? I hope so. Sure, why not? I'll probably do some lives. But it's not happening tomorrow. I don't know when it will happen. You know, I just have to trust the universe and let it, you know, work its self out. And enjoy the process and not freak out about it happening, you know. I have to settle some legal stuff here in Atlanta first. I can't leave until then. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind. I keep changing my mind about going back, and I really shouldn't. I should stop changing my mind. But it's just, I guess what scares me is, like, you know, the financial stuff. But, you know, maybe, you know, something will work itself out, like I said. I don't have anything for you girls, so. Sorry, I keep lagging on the spirit box. Let me get it going. Let me put her back on the couch. There you go. Come on. Here. Get a cookie. Just get a couple cookies. Alright, everybody got cookies. Lay down. I think the spirit box should be charged. Yeah, it's charged. And who's the little man in the spirit box speaker? Are you there?
Maximum volume.
Maximum volume. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Are there any spirits with us now? Tebow? What? Whew. All right, I'm back. I just don't have the camera on yet. Hey, quit trying to eat his cookies. Thank you. Gypsy. Sorry, she's trying to get Rooney's cookies and being a bad girl. She's always trying to steal his stuff. Hi. Did you just hear it say hi? Hold on 1 second. I'm just not back at the desk yet. I'm going to turn the camera back on in a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay. I went to get the Rempod and the battery is not working again. Anything. Why does this keep happening? I swear to God, if I put this battery in and it works, I'm just going to be so creeped out. Just to brush up anybody who doesn't understand what's happening with this battery thing, let me just tell you. First of all, this is the brand new battery. Okay, I just bought this battery. All right, this is the battery that died last week. Okay, we used this battery right behind this battery last week for a little while. Next day comes, this battery would not work, but this battery did work. I cannot explain that. I do not know why. And this is, now it's happening again. And am I confusing batteries? No. I'm not confusing any batteries. Look, I cannot believe this keeps happening. This is just so strange to me. You cannot make this shit up. Like Tommy said earlier, I'm going to always call you Tommy. So you might want to, like, just, I don't know, get over it. Spirit. Are there any spirits with us now that would like to speak to us? I'm calling forth all the good vibe ones. Okay, yeah, let's do your reading, Metal Rain. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Do you have a specific deck you might want me to use, Metal Rain, or I've just kind of felt called to pick up the Golden Girls. I mean, it's up to you. Arizona has Publix? What? I don't believe it. I'm moving to Arizona. I'm kidding. I'm not moving to Arizona. Hell no. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. So here's the decks I have just to give you a choice if you want. have the Goth deck, the Gothic Tarot deck. I have the Love Tarot deck. I have the Golden Girls Tarot deck. I have the Angel Tarot deck. That's what I have here on the table. I do not have the Fairy deck because it all fell out of my hands earlier tonight, so I won't be using that one. But if you don't care about what deck I use, I could just go ahead and get started. Yes, I do live in a haunted house, Pam. You're right. It could be something going on with the batteries. Oh my god. The craziest thing happened today. So, we have, our street is it's lined with huge California oak trees, right? So about 100 years ago, a woman who lived down the street planted all these trees. She went to on a trip to California. She came back with all these acorns because she was so enamored by the California oak trees and how big they were. And of course, over the last 100+ years, the ones that she planted all up and down the streets have gotten huge. So a woman came to my porch tonight, and she asked me if this was somebody named Andy B's house. I said no. Andy passed away about 5 years ago. Andy B passed away about 5 years ago, and they sold a house, but it's not this house. I told her which house it was. She goes, oh, okay, that's right. She's like, I got so confused because all the oak trees are so big now. She's like, I kind of can't tell the difference between all of them because one of the oak trees in our neighborhood, it is so gargantuan. It is like the size of 3 houses. 3 floors, 3 houses wide. I don't know. I mean, it could be the size of 4 houses. They're so big. And the whole tree top covers the whole entire property and then some. But she started talking to me about how haunted the neighborhood was because she's married to the son of the daughter of the man that passed away that owned the house originally. So I told her where the house was because she just wanted to take a picture of it and see what it looked like after all these years after they all moved out and left the neighborhood. Because you have to understand, this is one of the elder families of this neighborhood, okay? And this neighborhood has been here since before the Civil War. It has been established. First it was Cherokees, then it was, the white man, and when they outlawed the Cherokees in 1930. And then it just kind of evolved into what it is today. It's very much like the Avatar tree, yes. So the one thing that happened today that was probably the freakiest was not only somebody else who lived here recalling the echoes. You know how I tell you guys about the screaming, the large crowds screaming people, the chanting in the woods, shit like that. I don't know why my dog's in the hallway crying at nothing. Probably a ghost. But now her husband said, the girl who was on the porch today talking to me, she said, this freaks me out so bad. And if there's any spirits that hear my voice in regards to this and you want to come forward and talk about it. So there's one house here in the neighborhood where all the kids used to hear somebody walking up and down the stairs with chains and hear the chains on the steps. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, I have never heard chains on my steps, so, unless it is this house, and that's why the steps are all boarded and blocked off. I don't know, but I will be real honest. Hearing the chain thing really creeped me out because sometimes when I am outside, I'll be like, is that a chain link fence? Or is that a literal chain being dragged around? So when weird things happen to me, I will write them down so I can go back and in case I forget something. Because there is so much going on up here. Like all of us have so much going on up in our heads. And I'll come back and look, and sometimes it'll blow my mind how I won't talk to any of these people about my paranormal experiences in this house. I only talk solely to you guys about it. And these people, they don't watch my YouTube channel, okay? None of them. And and I start talking to them, and they start telling me things about the things I'm experiencing, but they're like experiencing it in their house too. It's like, this is just so, this is crazy to me. What's wrong, baby? Yeah, so I know I want someone to explain the chains to me too. So I'm gonna talk to her again probably later on today, after I take a medieval nap, because she's married to the son of the daughter of the guy who owned the house originally, whose parents, fathers and mothers built that house. It's like 3, 4, 5 generations lived there before they sold it. And I think they said they built the house for like a couple dollars. Maybe like a couple, like not even 100. I think the house they might have built it for $50 or something like that, years and years and years and eons ago. And it just sold for like $500,000. Like maybe 5 years ago, yeah. So are ghosts just in a paranormal dimension, or just here with us, but we don't have senses to see or hear them? I think that we do. Okay, so what I think, what I think and feel is that I think that spirits are in the same dimension as us. Okay. I believe it's quite possible for this commercial to be driving me absolutely bonkers. Hold on. The dog's whining. There's a commercial going. What planet am I on? I do think that it's possible for ghosts to go from I don't like to call them ghosts, spirits. Okay. I think that spirits, they're conscious. So they're conscious, just like you're conscious, right, when you sleep. So I have the feeling that these spirits live like the way you are in your dream state when you're sleeping, and when you're sleeping, right, and you're aware that you're dreaming. I feel like that's what it's like for them. Their conscious is wide awake, and it's right there. And it feels very real, because it is very real, because it's the consciousness that keeps going on. It's the consciousness that stays. My dog's having a meltdown. I just don't understand it. This happens every night like this. So I feel like consciously we can go very many places. Consciously, 1 minute I'm, Cleopatra, and the next I'm me. So what reality is really real? Well, the one that I choose to live in, because it's my fucking reality. It's my consciousness. So if I want to be Cleopatra tonight and, Queen of the Amazon tomorrow, fine. But consciously, it's like that, I feel, as well for spirits, ghosts, even paranormal entities like that are supernatural, and not just hypernatural. Hypernatural is our energy, like human, animal, sentient being. Paranormal and supernatural is more like demon, demoness, gods, goddesses, deities, maenads. Any skinwalkers there on the spirit box? Hey, Annabelle, you there, honey? Stormie's calling. What you up to, bitch? Wanna go shopping? Go shopping for some batteries so we can talk to you on the spirit box. I'm serious. I'm not afraid of Annabelle. This haunted doll will take her ass on any day, okay, I tell you that. Could you imagine? Like, she'd probably just stand up and step on her, you know? Be all over, it'd be the end of the movie. Pam, that's a whole different conversation. You're right, dogs and cats can see them. And what's interesting is when you find people who can see them as well. Now, she's just barking at nothing. Yeah? Well, woof at you too, bitch. Give me a kiss, kiss? Is it like standing around me or something? Huh? She's looking at like right there. Is it because the door's open? No, you didn't go. That's not how the chat works. Here, I'll explain how the chat works. It's haunted, okay? If your comment didn't go through, it's not that we deleted it. It's that there was a glitch within the system. If you say something, the only time someone would delete it, you would actually be able to see it if somebody deleted it. Like one of the moderators. So Texas is a moderator. So if he deleted something you said in the chat, it would say Texas Taurus deleted so-and-so's comment. Let me get the dog and see what's going on with her. Could you just come here? No, we're not chasing you around the house. Okay, fine. I'll steal your cookies. Now what you gotta do? Hmm? Yeah, no, nobody deleted anything you said. The chat's just incredibly haunted. Like, people will go to other chats and not have half the problems they have here. Or really any problems at all. Okay, you want your cookies? Are you going to be a good girl? And stop barking at nothing? Go get them. Yep. Freedom of speech friendly. Hey, Spirit. Are you here now? Can you see me? Did you just say yep? Well, you have eyes? Did you just say yeah? Are you a spirit? Wow, I've never, did you just see that? Like, are you here now, Spirit? Touch the Rempod, jeez. I would love to hear about your theory on the chain situation. Did I just hear the Spirit box say on it? The Spirit's so happy he's told me to let you out yet. Oops, sorry. Now I just hit the table, so that was me for a second. Are you with us now, Spirit? Are you here with us now? No, you said you think you had info about the chain situation. Like, what do you mean? Like, is that just something that ghosts do? They carry chains or something? Do any of the spirits on the spirit box have any chains? You guys like chains? It's okay, Pam. We can read your Taiwanese. I wanted to ask a girl. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I said. I'm scared. The dog was barking. Rempod's going off. We're talking about chains getting dragged up and down the stairs and nobody can see anything standing there. That really did creep me out when she said that. In fact, her husband said it is so haunted that he was getting creeped out on the phone just talking to her standing on my front porch about how haunted it was. And you have to remember, this is like somebody who like grew up here and was probably born in that house. But just to hear somebody else talking about like the screaming, the chanting in the woods, and all the weird stuff that I never talked to anybody about. And these people don't watch my YouTube channel. Who's being narcissistic? The ghosts. But I mean, they're dead. They probably have a right to be, right? Yeah, he does. And that's what's so interesting is like he didn't really believe it at first, Lone Wolf, until he actually started having experiences himself. Oh, are you mad, ghosts? So, there's a lot of spirits on the property. In fact, you know, we're just all hanging out in a graveyard right now. So, I'll be real honest that there is a lot of heavy energy in the whole area. So it's not like there's just one. There are very many of them. And you're either picking up on the man in black, okay, or you might be picking up on some of the more kind of energy that comes from quite possibly human beings who have unalived themselves as well, like here. Now, what you must understand about the man in black is that the man in black is the caregiver, was a caregiver for a home here, okay? But after he passed away, that he was like one of the first people to be buried in the graveyard. So, he did work here, and his family, you know, was a part of, you know, bringing up this town and these homes and everything. But what you have to understand about the man in black is that he's like the guardian of the graveyard. So you could be kind of feeling the guardian of the graveyard's energy, it will kind of get a little bit spicy, I guess you could say. It'll get a little bit intense, a little bit brooding, a little bit heavy, especially when new energy comes into the area and comes into that bubble, because it's protective. It's the guard, and that's how. So usually in old times, like they would bury a dog for the first time in a graveyard, and that dog would have been considered like the guardian of the graveyard. But in this case, they didn't do it that way. But the thing that you have to know about the man in black, and the reason they called him the man in black, is because he was a butler. And that butler worked in my friend Sally's house for many, many, many years. I think Sally's passed away by now, but she sold the house in 2020 and moved to New York, and I never saw her again. No one ever heard from her again. I mean, and she's like, her family was like part of one of the founders of the city. Oh, that's interesting, because like it's now, just so you know, it's not a Spiritbox app. It's like a Spiritbox I built, that I made. It's like, it's very easy. You can find any kind of video just on how to make a Spiritbox. It's really easy. But you probably may be picking up, you know, the man in black, and something else about what you need to understand about some of the spirits here where I live. So you could very well get a Britney Spears fan from 2007, right? You could also get something that's 500 years old. You could also get, you know, entities like the Man in Black who, you know, they work their whole lives as a, you know, a butler or a servant or, you know, in a certain time frame in the world where, you know, people were very, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, old-fashioned could be fine, but we're talking like meticulous about their manners, their religion, their spirituality, their lives, the whole. They, you know, they were more concerned with their afterlife than really their present life, because their present life would reflect back in the afterlife of how good their afterlife would be. You see what I'm saying? So, you have spirits who don't understand why we cuss, probably don't understand why we're so prevalent in being, you know, narcissistic, or even promiscuous, okay, or even, you know, not. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, we've become different than the way they were, say, even 30, 40, 50 years ago. But you have to think about how some of these spirits are pre-Civil War, Civil War times, and between the Civil War and nowadays. I would have to say there's probably more of those than Britney Spears fans from 2007. And there are a couple of people who did unalive themselves in the house and in a couple of the other houses as well in the last 5 to 10 to 15 years. So you might, you know, one day you might be feeling their energy, and the next it might be, you know, Pee Wee Herman. Hey Tattoo, welcome to the Chammy. Welcome to the haunted house. Yeah. I'll get like in a whole room of people, and I have to be careful and I have to try to shut myself down, because if I don't, I'll start hearing all of them talking. And I'm not talking about them talking with their mouths. I'm talking about them talking with their heads. Like whatever the hell they're talking to themselves about in their head. Like, and it's really uncomfortable. And I've had to like try my best to ignore it. But one of my favorite games to play is going to a parking lot with a friend of mine and just like sitting in the car and you know, just trying to tell my friend like what these people might be experiencing, you know, or discovering in their lives, or what they're thinking. Or so that's been a lot of fun to do with friends. Or what's interesting is even sometimes we'll go out with friends and, you know, we'll just try to think or feel intuitively about what might be going on with other people in the room, right? And then go and ask them, and they'll be like, "How did you know?" Like, well, there's a lot of cues here. You live alone? Oh, you're so lucky. I'm kidding. Is the spirit box same as hearing voices from the white noise? Well, let's think about this now. Let's think about the different colors of noises. All right. It wouldn't matter if it's green noise, blue noise, pink noise, red noise, brown noise, white noise. It's all noise. So at some point in time or another, I'm sure it's possible for these spirits to come through and show their presence. Did the spirit box just say, yeah? Yeah. But as far as, is the spirit box the same as hearing voices come from white noise? I mean, anything's possible. Now, if you mean white noise on TV, opposed to white noise on the speaker here, I mean, you know, this is white noise. That's literally white noise. Now, we turn some pink noise on. Let's see if we can find some pink noise. Now, the thing is this. How many times have you gone and turned on a radio or a record player?
Maximum volume.
Or, not a radio, but how many times have you maybe put music on and maybe thought you heard something that you didn't or you did? You know, you just never know. Like, I mean, same with, you know how you can get vinyl records and they would play them backwards and the songs would say things and be a completely different song and people thought it was the devil? I mean, what the hell was that coming through pink noise when you play it backwards? I don't know. You know, I can't imagine what it was at this point. It really does like the Rempod doesn't. I'm sorry, Metal Rain. I need to get back into your reading. I just kind of got lost in chat. I apologize. Are you even still there, Metal Rain? I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I'm so sorry that you were in a bad accident and you almost died. I hope you feel better. I was in a bad accident and I did die. It was really weird. Really, really weird. Oh, there you are, Metal Rain. Okay. Oh, hey, Live in La Vida, Laura. You need to get some sleep. I don't know how this Rempod is. I don't know how you're sleeping through it, girl. But you need as much rest as you can get so you can get up and be a baby when it's time. Oh my god. I'm at 10%. Alright, let me do this reading for you, Metal Rain, and then if anybody wants to ask the Spirit Box any questions, feel free to ask. So, Pam said, spirits that have chains could have been enslaved back in the day. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think chains just go on them when they pass over. I don't think chains go on them either. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up with everything. I'm sorry, Rain. I'm just looking for the questions. Here they are. I got them. Okay, so is Ileana's excuse this time BS? Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know about Ileana? Spirit, is Ileana's excuse this time BS? What does Metal Rain need to know about that right now? So you got the Ten of Pentacles, which is pretty much a yes, but I would much rather give you the answer than a yes or no. So I have no doubt in the Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor card here. There very well may be somebody else who also helps take care of her. Somebody that she very well may like. They aren't very interested in anything long-term or too serious. They're like not in love with her or anything like that. But they do want to take care of her, help her out, and they maybe do sometimes. So while yes, it's bullshit, there it also seems to be her putting herself first because, you know, she doesn't, first of all, she's very much this Emperor energy as well. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first, okay? But first of all, the card's like, yes, she's definitely bullshit this time. But there was something about a man and money. Something about a man and money. Something about her having to do something in regards to a man and money. So she made up some bullshit excuse. Because what else is she going to tell you? I mean, but this is definitely an inclination that whatever she told you, the excuse this time was definitely bullshit. And that's a 10 of Pentacles and an Emperor. So I feel like at the end of the day, you know, while she's trying to put herself first, and it's almost like as if she had some kind of money making opportunity. I really hope that she's not selling drugs or prostituting herself or anything like that. But I do feel like at the end of the day, there is somebody. It's not. I don't think it's douchebag. Okay. But I don't think that was she even there? Was she even there at the apartment? So she must have been sleeping or must have been somewhere else sleeping. Of course, what would be where else would she be, you know? I mean, she's ignoring you, knows that you're supposed to come over there. You call over there to help her to take her to a dentist appointment, and she's not even showing up. A, because somebody else took her, or B, none of that ever happened. But I'm coming to the point where it's like, I don't feel like she's being very honest in the Ten of Pentacles. It's like one excuse after another, after another, after another, after another. And she's having a hard time keeping up with them. It's the only way she can stay balanced and focused is to play that kind of game. Now, with the Four of Swords being reversed, you know, I don't know if it's a drug-induced coma. You know, because I don't know how much drugs she does. I don't know her personally. I don't know if she takes sleeping pills or just, you know, goes on a meth binge and then sleeps for like 24 hours or 2 days or 3. I have no idea. But with it being reversed, it's as if she's not getting enough sleep, and she's trying to really control. And it's like she's really trying to have some kind of control in her life, feel like she has more control over her life, feel able to take care of herself and put herself first. But I feel like at the end of the day, she's really only being a stick in the mud, and that's all she really knows how to be or what to be. Is like a stick in the mud. Like she doesn't want to be that though. She is trying. She is trying. But reverse Three of Pentacles. She's trying, but she keeps getting pulled back in the Devil and the Three of Pentacles from creating what it is that she would like to see herself, you know, what she aspires to be. She definitely, you know, gets very much lost in this Devil card here. As far as someone new coming along for you, let's see what Spirit needs you to know about that right now. Spirit, I'm calling for Metal's most trusted and strong Spirit guide. So there is somebody coming in for you, there, you know, and I feel that it's somebody that's going to be more of a give and take kind of situation. Somebody who's ready to like give you friendship, respect, caring, love. They might be somebody who, you know, they might be somebody who is completely opposite of you, but that also just might be what you need or what you want. She might be a little older than you or around the same age as you, but wise, smart, intelligent, kind, funny, but yes. Or she's, you know, your age or a little bit younger, but she acts a little bit more wise and smarter than many people her age. Like, she might just be very mature for her age intellectually and emotionally, okay? Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Death, and the Knight of Cups. But what you have to understand is that the most important card out of all those cards is that Death card. So you've gotten 2 major arcanas already. We'll come back to that in a minute. Is somebody that Metal Rain knows already going to come? Are they going to come forward and reveal their true feelings? So yeah, you got the Wheel of Fortune. They might be a kind of a, like, we're going back into the, you know, the Swords cards. We're going back into Dorothy and the Swords. But yeah, it's as if the person is a little bit more prickly than the others. Like, this person is a little bit more kind of scholarly and highly intelligent than some of the others. And, you know, they're very conscious and aware of their choices, what they say, who they keep company with. But your main card here, though, is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a definite yes, telling you that there is somebody coming through to speak to you about their true feelings for you. Do you hear that weird noise from the spirit box? It sounded like a Pekingese getting pinched. Like, there's your Wheel of Fortune there. And just to kind of remind you that once again, you're driving the wheel of your life. Excuse me. Think about when you're out there driving your car, right? And you've got the spirit box just say sure. So you're driving your car, you have your steering wheel in your hands, right? You're gonna drive not only defensively, but maybe even intuitively. At least I would hope you would do. And I'm hoping, Metal Rain, that, like, you're driving the steering wheel of your life the same way. Defensively, but also intuitively. And that maybe you're taking a step back to... What is with all these people who have all these... Okay, so first of all, we're going to go into the rap thing. You would hate me because I love gangster rap. But... But classic gangster rap, not like it's new gangster rap, so. But is there such thing as classic? Can you believe there's actually classic rap now? Just like classic rock, oh god. But look, I'm telling you, Metal Rain, you have to stop with this. I won't date anyone who likes rap music. It's just like Ari, you won't date anyone who's not 6'3" plus. You could meet the woman of your dreams, and she just might love rap music. What are you going to tell her? That you're not going to take her out for a sandwich? And then what happens when you have these thoughts about what you don't want, and you focus more on what you don't want, instead of focusing on the person you do want, you just blur the lines. I've done it myself all the time. I'll tell her to go away. Yeah, that's usually what guys that like girls do. They tell them to go away. I'm kidding. Well, I mean, they did when we were kids, you know. A guy liked you and he would pretend that he hated your guts. And you didn't know whether to kick him in the dick and run or not. Did the spirit box just say it's fine? I just think that if there was more of a excuse me, looking out for more about what you want in somebody instead of what you don't want. But you know what you do want. You feel as if somebody who listens to rap music is not going to be compatible with you. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like, you know, I do not enjoy listening to death metal. Just don't put it on. And if you are going to put it on, we better be cleaning the house. I don't like, no, NWA, like, okay, that's fine, I understand that, but I'm just trying to tell you that you don't have to listen to the rap music with her. You don't. You know, I like classical music, and a lot of people hate it. I don't know, you know. It's like all those guys out there are like, I'm not going to date a girl on crutches. That's how it feels. Like when I read some of the things that people say. Look, there is somebody coming in for you. If you feel and you know that somebody who listens to rap music is not for you, fine. I understand that and I can respect that. But I'm just telling you as a friend, as a confidant, that you know, you don't want to miss. You people don't want to miss out on your soulmates, the love of your lives, the man or the woman, or the beast or belle of your dreams, over a song, over an inch, or over, you know, a color, or you know, their status, or their numbers, or their, you know what I mean, like, I'm not into death metal either. Like, I would, like, okay, so I'm not the biggest rap fan either, right? But, I do know the genre very well. Though I know classical music much better. And I just feel like at the end of the day, you know, I don't want you to miss out on the love of your life because she's older than you, or she's into rap, or she is, you know, is complete opposite of you, or both sides have to sacrifice, basically. Yeah, suffer the living. You want love, suffer the living. Or just love yourself. I'm kidding. You better love yourselves, because if you don't love yourself, no one else will. I'm telling you that right now. So I think that at the end of the day, you know, whether it's gangster rap or it's Britney Spears, what's going to matter is how she cares about you. You know, her emotional depth to understand and have empathy and compassion for you. You know, how she makes her dinner. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how she treats herself and others should be more important than if she listens to rap music. But I only say these things because I want Ari to find the love of her life. But, you know, what if he's 5'7"? I want you to find the love of your life, Metal Rain. But, what if she likes Moni Love? Moni Love's not gangster rap. She's just really classic rap. But, I mean, hip-hop classic rap. But, I mean, God, I can't believe I'm saying classic hip-hop. What the hell is happening? But I think that at the end of the day, you will definitely... Thank you, William. I appreciate that. I think you will definitely find somebody that's meant for you. And the reason you haven't found somebody who's meant for you yet is because your thoughts create. And it's your refusal to believe that you haven't found them yet. Have you gone to every single girl that we've talked about and said, I want to be your boyfriend yet? To any of them? No, we're not talking about bad luck for you. Stop. No bad luck for anybody. Everything always works out in our favor. Stop that. Okay, enjoy your drink. Cheers. So, really metal. I mean, I'm just curious. Have you gone to Star and said anything about how you feel about her? Have you told Ileana how you feel about her? Have you told any of them? I'm sorry, I'm a teller. I'm a teller. I'm a shower and a teller. I'm a show and teller. Yes, show and tell. Remember show and tell when we were kids? Yeah. Hold on, I gotta get something. If there's any spirits there that want to talk to us about who you are, what you are, where you are, please let us know. We come in peace and love and respect. Why did he keep deleting stuff, Pam? What kind of stuff was he saying? Was it creepy? I only saw the one thing about him going to drink whiskey. Oh, Lordy. I promise I'm going to turn the camera back on in a minute. I'm looking for something. I need something to, well, I guess I could maybe try to use these. Did you hear that weird beep noise? It was like, beep. Just like a, so weird. Maybe this will work. Let's see if this, did the spirit box really just go beep again? So I think also within regards to the Rempod, what you guys need to know about it is that it doesn't just detect spirits that are like right next to me. It has an actual range, though I'm not really sure. I can't remember what the range of the Rempod is. If somebody wants to look it up, great. I can't remember what it was. I know it's got a 360-degree circular range, but as far as how far it goes, like, does it go out to the street? Does it go, you know, a mile away? I just really don't know what the range is. I'm not quite sure. Stormy, I know he must have been a kid because he would put things out there, and if he didn't get response fast enough, then he would delete it. It just helped him is all. Yeah, hopefully he'll come back tomorrow and we can talk to him and he won't be so shy to delete everything he's saying, because he's saying it so fast, I'm missing it, you know? So I'm not able to properly respond like the way I'd like to, because, oh, everything's falling apart, you guys. Just hold on. Sorry. Just trying to get the iPad set up so it won't fall, because it's just going to end up falling if I'm not more careful with it. Oh wow, that whole light's gone out by itself? That's crazy. I just charged the batteries on this light. How long have I been live? I guess I must have been here for a while, huh? Here we go. I'm going to put the Rempod on a more like stable surface. Ouch. So that, so if you have any questions you'd like to ask the Spirit Box, I cannot see the chat anymore, so I'm going to try to see it the best I can while I'm still here. Can you guys see the Rempod on? Okay, cool. Maybe if I push it a little bit further away from me. Tommy and Pam and 5 Stalkers. Tommy actually come to think this was my ex whenever he got so badly. He was telling her and blink like crazy. Wow. Yeah, I really hope, Middle Rain, that like you will find the courage, you know, to say what you need to say to anyone that you might want to be in a relationship with. And you know, love relentlessly. You know, I mean, we only live once, at least in this form. Is what about whose girlfriend? Well, maybe Ileana is his girlfriend and we're just not seeing it and he's not either. And she's not seeing it yet either. Or yet maybe she is. Maybe she is. I don't know. I think that anything's possible. I wasn't sure if I missed it. I'm going to go back and look at the chat on my phone actually, because I can't see it anymore on the laptop because the laptop died. Well, that's weird. It's not letting me on. It's not showing me the live on the channel, like on the homepage. It's weird. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, I must have missed, I must have missed him saying goodbye. I guess he missed my question. Alright, I'll ask him tomorrow. But, like, do you know where I'm coming from? Like, it's just like, I just feel like, oh, you know, if we sit around and keep looking for the things we don't want in people, you know, we might not find what we want in them, whether they listen to rap music or they're 6'4". You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Well, anyways, if anybody wants to get a tarot card reading, please let me know. I'm going to definitely be shutting down the live here pretty soon. And the spirit box doesn't seem as active anymore, does it? Are there any spirits that want to speak to us before I turn off the spirit box and say goodnight? Are there any spirits that have anything that they'd like to share with us or tell us about themselves or about the present time? Did it just say no? Hey there, Logic Beat. Welcome to the chamming. What about assault? It just said assault. Were you assaulted, Spirit? Are there any spirits here with us now that know anything about chains? Hey Logic Beat, did you want a reading, dear? So the $5 reading will give you 5 minutes, 5+ cards. And it's not really just you, it's not you asking the tarot question. It's like actually me just asking your most trusted and strongest spirit guides, like what you need to know right now about anything. Thanks so much for the $5. I appreciate it. Okay, I'll just pull a couple cards for you and see what you need to know right now. Here, I'll do a Power Spirit card. I'll do a Spirit deck card for you from the Power Spirit deck. Because I think I have... Oh, wait. Here, I got the tarot cards, too. Just in case I feel like called to use the tarot as well. Spirit, I'm calling forth their most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do they need to know right now about right now? What do they need to know about right now? I'm not concerned with cards that fall on the floor. It just kind of feels like those are cards that, like, Spirit doesn't want to use anyways. So, you got card number 2, Balance. That's a beautiful card. So, Spirit, could you clarify a little bit more about this balance for them, please? About this balance card. What? Clarify that a little bit more. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit upside down in your love life, but maybe at the same time, you're just seeing some things for the first time about your love life too. Like you may have been blind and lost, but now it's like you're found, despite how maybe upside down it might be. Your love story, your love life, you can change it, but you need to balance yourself out first. So, can you just kind of clarify that a little bit more with the reversed 8 of Swords and the reversed 10 of Cups, please, Spirit? So I just noticed that popping out of my liminal space deck here on the bottom, the very bottom under the Rempod is the Eye for an Eye card, and we're gonna get back to that in just a moment. I'm only feeling called to pull that out because it's kind of just making a little bit sense. You may have had, you may have been feeling very, maybe mentally unwealthy, lost and not found, kind of blinded, side blinded, or, by some certain situations in your life that, maybe made your love life, your family life, your heart, your spirit really brought you down, okay? But, there's no trying to find solace, revenge, answers, trying to fix it. You can fix it. You can make it right. You can change it. What is it that you want with that love story, that life story, whatever it is that pleases you. But you must not do it, you must not be, revengeful or vengeful, okay? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, then we'd all be blind and toothless. And you don't want to be blind and toothless. But back to the tarot cards and your balance card. It's like you got to, there's maybe some trauma inside of you need to purge. There may be someone that is courageous enough to tell you that you might need to communicate more with someone who might be easier for you to talk to about some of these things. Someone who is also cares about you, loves you, and is courageous in this Page of Wands here energy. That somebody, it might even be that there is somebody around you that kind of senses your uneasiness about your balance, your worth, your life, your love, you know, you just need to become a little bit more grounded in your balance and trust in your love that you have for yourself, and have a trust in the love story you want and the life story you want. Trust, you know, this Hierophant card here telling you that you can have, be, and do whatever it is you want, you know, and that Spirit has your back. Spirit, like, believes in you. You know, you're not alone, and you can balance all this stuff out very easily just by communicating with somebody that's easy to talk to, is like what Spirit's saying. So let's take a look at the balance card, because there's a lot of earthy energy on it. There's like, so interesting. Like, we've been talking a lot about the Cherokee who lived here before I moved here, and before us humans who are not Cherokee Indian moved here is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of teepees in this card. There's a lot of like cows and the sky and sunset. There's a bald eagle in it. I'm just gonna let you take a look at it, because this is full of so much earth energy and so much strength, and how balancing yourself throughout your chaotic disorder that you may be going through. Anytime that you may be going through it, Spirit's saying, look, get out there, get your feet in the dirt, get touching some nature out there, so you can find some grounding and some balance. So it's card number 2, direction south, color red. The structure of your daily spiritual life must be built on a strong foundation in the physical world, like a pillar of selected shaman stones balanced carefully, one on another. Take care of your body through diet and exercise. Express your strength in acts of power and bring greater awareness to the change and exchange of money that you have. Protect and nourish your family and express your integrity by bringing balance into society and nature. Then you will be prepared in the physical realm for higher and spiritual learning. You being a spirit lodge, the foundation of which is rooted in physical manifestation, strong against the storms along the trail to higher consciousness. To take power, make your spirit available, then take your power and bring your physical and spiritual nature into balance. Like, there's something about this card that seems like it's saying, like, through serving yourself up more of what does serve you, you're going to find more balance. Spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and be careful with your money. Okay? And be good to yourself with your thoughts. Because I see that you had, maybe in the past, had some of those deep thoughts that made you maybe feel like you were in some kind of prison, locked up. Maybe you felt like very alone or lonely in, you know, your endeavors in life or something. But you're overcoming that. It's because it showed up reversed. So Spirit's saying, look, you're not in the dark as much as you think. You are so in the light and so much more powerful than you may even be understanding that you are. So thank you so much for your $5. That's what Spirit needs you to know right now. It's very kind and generous of you to do that. I appreciate that. So thank you, Logic Beat. Oh, hey, thank you so much for the the other super chat. I appreciate that. It's not letting me like it. There we go. Thank you, Logic Beat. You're so very welcome. You're so very welcome. If you have any questions about this, or you want to talk about it again in the future, I'm usually always here every night. If you have any questions for the Spirit Box, or you have any questions you'd like to ask the tarot cards, please feel free to do it while I am still here. One thing that is so important for you to understand, though, is how powerful you are. Okay? for you to say or think that you can't have or be or do whatever you want is like saying you're brain dead. Okay? Thinking that your thoughts don't create. I mean, I meet so many people who doubt their ability to manifest anything. And it really makes me sad because I know that the word manifesting sounds so cliche in 2025, but we all know and have experienced that thing I talk about where everybody's you pushed out, where like you'll be thinking about somebody and they show up. Like their face pops up on the screen on the social media because you knew them or know them. Or they leave a comment somewhere, or they reach out to you, or they call you, or like I was thinking about Laura tonight. In fact, I've been thinking about her since Thanksgiving, right around Thanksgiving. Hadn't heard back from her, nothing. I was like, gosh, I hope she's okay. And then tonight she messaged me, right when I'm thinking about her. Like, I'm like, should I message her again? And then she messages me about her cat, because her cat's having a diabetes crash in the ER right now. So helped her through that. I think she's feeling a little bit more stable and better tonight. So hopefully when she gets up in the morning and she can go see the cat, she'll feel a bit stronger. I think it's very possible for us to, as human beings, to definitely move mountains with a cup of water. And I learned this statement from a friend of mine, when I was a little girl who was an African wise man. He was a friend of my parents, so that's how I knew him, because my mom would always go to this like little vegan, it's like a vegan smoothie shop in Little Five Points where I grew up here in Atlanta. And the guy and his daughter had like a little vegan supermarket, vegan drinks, vegan snacks. You could also buy like imported items that they would import from Africa, from where they were from. And he would say to me, you have the ability to move mountains with a cup of water. And I was like, I'm just a little girl at the time, like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, so finally, as I grew up and I grew older and I started to become a little bit more wise, and I finally started to get it. At first, it was kind of like, I could tell, like, how lost I was in being attached to physical, like, reality. But when I started understanding that what he meant by moving that mountain with a cup of water was I was the cup of water. My mind, my thoughts, my feelings, I was that cup of water. And then when I started thinking, oh yeah, it makes sense, because like us humans are mostly made of water. But anyways, like I was saying, your thoughts create. So the balance doesn't just come from you watching your money, taking care of yourself, taking care of your friends, taking care of your family, protecting them, protecting yourself, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't just come from that sacred self journey either. It comes from you, like I said this before and I'll say it again. You wouldn't get in a car and drive haphazardly. I mean, maybe some of you would. I mean, my drummer got to the point where like he had to blow into the car before it would start to make sure he wasn't drunk. Many people have those kind of issues and they overcome them, and they can overcome them with help and encouragement and, self-love. But you wouldn't intentionally get in a car and be like, yeah, I think I'm just going to drive crazy today. No, you would get in the car and drive it defensively and hopefully intuitively. So when you're thinking about what you want, I hate to call it manifesting. That's such a dirty word, I think, in 2025. It's really getting annoying to me. But when you're thinking about what you want to create in your life and what kind of life you want, like every morning I wake up and it's like, oh, what's today going to be like? And what do I want it to feel like? And what do I want to do? And who do I want to talk to? And where do I want to go? And how can I keep from being bored? And I find a way, man. I just make it through. And it's my thoughts that are keeping me going through that. Like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? And if I'm in a state of mind I don't want to be in, I try to flip the switch as soon as I can. And that balance card, there's more than just protecting your money and keeping people safe and protecting, but it's your thoughts you need to protect too. Keeping your thoughts safe, because your feelings and your actions and your reactions to your thoughts and feelings is how things will show up to you. And I think that's what scares us the most, is that we've come to a point in reality in modern advanced society where we're not, you know, people aren't farming. They don't know shit about medicine or natural medicines. They're eating junk food and somehow think they're going to live 100 years off of it. They're, people aren't making families anymore. Women aren't having babies, okay? There's a shortage of men, and, you know, odds against women. There's so many different odds, and there's so many different limiting beliefs and circumstances that are pushed on us that sometimes balance feels, you know, like a Subway sandwich or a pizza or cake. I think that 99.9% of us really do have an emotional eating disorder. But with the shit going on the TV and the news, and then, you know, everything happening in the world and how quick it's all happening, what starts to happen is everybody's vibrational energy gets into a place of fear, and it gets into a place of constant spiraling out and constant states of mind they don't want to be in, and because of the constant fear mongering and people allowing this kind of, I call it voodoo, to come into their lives and poison it, literally, to the point where, like, they're literally experiencing trauma that isn't really even happening to them. Or they're waking up in the morning and they can't wait to hear about what bullshit's going on because they get off on it. Because they don't realize they're addicted to pain and trauma. So they continue to get hyped up on all that, and then at some point they will crash and burn and wonder why they're so tired, or why they're so, you know, emotionally empty, because, you know, they've taken on all this trauma, they've taken on all this negative energy. They haven't balanced and rebalanced their tires, basically, and then wonder what the fuck is wrong with them, like why people are being nasty to them. Maybe people don't want to talk to them. Maybe people don't want to date them. Maybe people want to break off a date. Maybe people don't want to text or call back. Because when we go cold on ourselves and we don't find that balance and practice it, you know, yeah, emotionally draining, and we don't practice it, you know, it's kind of like people who work out. To keep your body in shape, you got to keep working out. You know, if John Cena woke up in the morning and ate an Egg McMuffin every day, you know, he'd probably be okay. But if he ate McDonald's all day and stopped working out, do you think that John Cena would be the wrestler he was today? No, you have to keep working the mind, working the body, working the spirit, working yourself out every day. It's kind of like those people in a cult. You have to be your own cult. Like, you know, you've got a lot of living to do. And I think we're trained to serve others first and then serve ourselves last. But I think we'll do a lot better serving others if we serve ourselves first. You know, good thoughts, good feelings, good vibes. And try not to get so fucking freaked out about what's on the TV or in the, you know, in the fucking news. Pardon my French. If you think I'm going to let one of those assholes control my day, mess it up, mess with my head, make me afraid, fuck no. I am an American, okay? And it is my fucking right to be a fool and feel that way about it and not give a fuck. I'm just not going to, you know, there we go. They're not going to take my democracy away. I will fight for it tooth and nail if I have to. That is the power of the pussy riot here. and I just feel like at the end of the day, like, tarot cards are great. Please don't get me wrong. Oracle cards are great. Please don't get me wrong. But I'm literally, when I'm reading for you guys, it's kind of like I'm defensively and intuitively driving every moment of my life. Cards can't do it for you, but they can tell you what you need to know. Sometimes I don't even need the tarot cards. I haven't really needed the cards tonight for us to have a conversation about this. So when you start wanting something, needing something, feeling something, really get into the idea of it. Like, and, you know, protect what you do love and what you do want. you know, by being good to your thoughts about it. You know, you're not, if you love someone and you care about them, right? And they're not in your life and you don't see them and you don't talk to them because of whatever reason, you know, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that they don't love you or care about you too, just because you guys don't talk or anything like that. You know, and you can have an opportunity to change things like that. But if you keep telling yourself about this person that you like, you love, you want something better with them, friends or not friends or whatever, keep telling yourself that, if you keep telling yourself you don't trust in whatever it is you want, it'll be more difficult. That's like, remember what we were talking about earlier about dating and love life and romance being difficult? I think everyone has that feeling about it too, Tommy, but it doesn't have to be as difficult as some people make it out to be. Oh my god, it's 444 again. I keep seeing 444 all day for days now. It's crazy. Thank you so much for your donations tonight. I really do appreciate that. It's very kind and generous of you. Let me just roll over chat here real quick. Yeah, you did say that today. That's right. But yeah, so I just, you know, I feel like at the end of the day, like, you know, we're gonna have to, you know, like, I think, as much as I want to move to Tennessee, you know, I have to wrap up some things here legally in Georgia first. Maybe I'll move to Tennessee for like a minute. You know, I love the music scene there. It's been the only really music scene I've been a part of or been welcome to in like years, and had good results. Nashville has been really good to me, but it's ridiculous. I've been looking for a place to live for 5 fucking years. I've been through 500 houses. Okay, I have good credit. Okay, I don't have, my background check, there's nothing on it. I don't have a misdemeanor. I don't have a felony. I've never committed a crime, unless it was in my house. Under parental supervision. So, I just, you know, I just don't feel like, I want to live in the South anymore to vote for politics that never happened to make the world a better place. I'm tired of voting and we never get a minimum wage raise. Let's see, how many years has it been since the state of Georgia has raised minimum wage? You know, this is the first time in 100 years we've had a Democratic mayor in any city close to Atlanta like this. I just can't even believe it that how backwards it has become. I will literally start pissing myself if signs that say, if you're black, turn back. If you're brown, turn around. And yeah, I live in a state that used to have signs like that. Now when you drive down the highway, it's just big signs that say Trump. I'm sorry, but I just can't anymore. I just can't fucking do it anymore. I have to go somewhere where I will never see that fucking name anywhere. I have to go somewhere where I can wake up in the morning and I'm not gonna fucking hear that name. Because I'm about to just... I'm about to get on that bus and disappear where no one ever sees me again because of it. And I'm not saying that, I'm not being a hater, okay? I'm just saying that I would like to just have one day where I can live my life without hearing about politics. I don't want to hear about Putin. I don't want to hear about King Fuck Up Charles. I don't want to hear about Trump and his friends or Kim Jong-un, whatever his fucking name is. And it's every day, no matter where I fucking go. And I'm sick of it. Sorry about that meltdown. But you know what I mean? How many others of you are experiencing this? You can't go to the supermarket. You can't go to a get-together with friends. You can't go out for food. You can't go to the supermarket. You can't walk down the fucking hallway because someone's watching the TV or listening to the radio or something comes up on... It's like, it's getting to be a little bit too much for me, to be quite honest. I am ready to take our country back and be at the front line when y'all are ready to back me up. Okay? And I just don't know where all the fucking people who have their guns and their dicks in their hands. And I haven't seen one person try. Okay, this is your fucking country. Take it back. What are you pussies sitting around going, yeah, let's keep him in the office as much as we can. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just so fucking sick of it. Like, and this is also what's wrong, is that people don't know their rights and people don't know the fucking law. And the less that you're educated about that, the more ignorant our society becomes every day with more and more and more of this civil war that's going on. It was uncivil, but now it's just become civil. There's nothing civil about war at the end of the day. So I'm just going to keep calling it the same uncivil war I started calling it in 2016. But at the end of the day, there are certain amendments in place and certain rights that you have that give you the right to bear arms to fucking deal with this shit. But instead of people going to the Capitol or the White House to take our country back, they're going to churches and shooting up children. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I apologize. I'm just to the point where it's like, you know, where is that place where you can get away from that? Like, I remember other terms of other presidents and other political administrations that were just as nasty or messy, and we still didn't get this much propaganda pushed on us. Hey, large veiny member, you miss me? Well, that's fine. Everybody misses me. I miss me too. But really, at the end of the day, it can be so difficult to stay balanced when you can't even find a place like beautiful like this to go to. It's just, you know, be a human being and, you know, listen to music on the radio without having to listen about who's fucking each other over today. Oh, and who's dying. There's that too. So. Have I ever made a gingerbread house? I don't even want to talk about a gingerbread house. I had a bad moment with a gingerbread house earlier this evening. But no, I've never made a gingerbread house, sweetheart. Why? You want to make one this year? We'll do Spiritboxing Rempod and make a gingerbread house. Then you can watch me eat it. Or do you eat gingerbread houses? I don't know. No one ever brought me a gingerbread house as a kid or an adult, so maybe we should start a tradition here. Come back up north? I don't know. Maybe to play a gig if the price is right. I think she's barking at the spirit box. Bounce on you. You can't afford me. I'll kick you in the dick and run, honey. So will my dog. When we die, do we go to a place? Wait, when we die, do we go to the place we go to when we dream? Hope so. Every fucking day, yeah, broken music, yeah. So anyways, that's enough of my rant for the day. I've been ranting for 176 minutes. Anyways, if you want to be on my podcast, let me know. We're going to start doing a podcast here in 2026. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what it's going to be like, but oh my God, I hope it's going to be fun. So if you'd like to be a guest on it, think about it. You know, we're just going to kind of try to do a thing where people who are on the live chat can call us up anytime, or maybe pop in and have a conversation with us on the podcast too if they want to join in. It'll just kind of be random who joins in that particular day with me. It'll probably never be the same person, but it might be sometimes. I don't know. It just depends. Yeah, they're pretty real. Yeah, they're pretty real lanterns. Probably more real than God. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to make you laugh at this point. I'm going to go to bed, you guys. Well, I'm probably not going to go to bed. I'm probably going to watch the sunrise. And then I'm probably going to go to bed. Because I have been up at the butt crack of dawn to work 6 days this week. And I am running on empty. 14 hours a day with 6 hours of sleep and 18-hour day. It's crazy. This week was just not... This week was probably one of the craziest weeks I've had since maybe June. And I think what it was just like, it's that time of year where you got to get things wrapped up before the new year happens. So, and I had a lot of goals I wanted to accomplish around the house and with home. Because see, I just spent like 5 years cleaning my house, and it's almost over. Because I had to get rid of a lot of things that like belong to people who died. And that was not easy to do by myself. YouTube keeps blocking you hard. Sorry. I apologize, and I'm fantastic. Oh, thanks so much, Logic Beat. YouTube is going to block you, large veiny wiener, because it thinks you're a noob. So look, you know, there's a lot of things you can and can't say on YouTube. But the chat is haunted, so if things aren't going through, or you know, it's just because you're probably saying something that, you know, the chat doesn't like. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for coming by. Pam, thank you so much for coming by and moderating tonight. Metal Rain, thank you so much for coming by and moderating tonight. Meryl, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out for a little bit. Tommy, thanks for coming by. Everybody, just thanks so much for coming by. Ari, I don't know if you'll see this or if you're there. Laura, I love you. Give Kitty a kiss for me. And if you're still there sleeping or something, I don't know. But thanks for calling me or talking to me tonight and let me know what's going on with you. Just everybody, be good to yourself, your thoughts. Logic Beat, thank you so much tonight for your donation. It's very kind and generous of you. I really appreciate that. It's really going to help with my dog's medical bills. I'm going to take her for some blood work. She just has to get some teeth taken care of. She likes to play rough and knock some of her teeth out, so they got to get pulled out. But, yeah, thank you so much for that donation. I'm so very grateful. Come and hang out again with us. It'll be great to chat with you some more and get to know you better. If you guys want to listen to my music, please check out my Stormy Blue music playlist. My original songs are there. Fan-requested cover songs are there. Some music videos I made too. This is not a tarot channel. This is the channel of a musician and artist. This channel is about my life. My message is my life. My life is my message. My message is my life. I do the live tarot thing on the live streams, live chat, live music sometimes. If you have a song you'd like to request, maybe you'd like me to hear me sing it or something, you know, just leave a comment. I'll think about it. Everybody who leaves a comment, usually I'll do the pass the hat thing, like where I'll put your name in the hat at the end of the month and somebody will win a tarot card read. So I'm going to go. You be good to yourself and your thoughts. Thanks so much for coming by. Mwah. Kalanita. Music is sacred and no prison will hold this movement down. Good night.